Hello, Linda from Curtin Creative Gallery, here again to read a chapter from The Spending of a Life's Breath by Amanda Grace Windward. We are on chapter 29, Mandy's journal entry on her birthday, October 7th, 2000. Roger seems happy this morning. Is it because they are almost ready to claim out loud to everyone their love for each other? Is it because he and Marcelina are finally having such fun going away with each other and he can't be without children to pull them down? How can they be so happy at the expense of our happiness? How can he spit on the children and me and kiss her mouth? How can he pretend she is such a godly Christian woman? How can they both act like they are so good and right at what they are, everything they do? It's my birthday. The boys talked Roger into letting me come with them to the Renaissance Fair. Can you believe it? While we were there, Roger followed me around like a puppy at all times. I would step away and even into another tent, just testing him, and suddenly there he would be by my side again. Although at times I could tell we were a little awkwardly uncomfortable too, like doing something sneaky or bad. It was full of very mixed feelings because of the way he acted around me. What did it mean? I'll always wonder. It was a beautiful day, and I had a wonderful time with Roger and my two boys, even knowing the day would have to end and he would be going back to that harlot. I'd wish the day could last forever. The next day, October 8th, 2000, Mandy writes in her journal, Roger called and said, I can't do this anymore. And I said, do what anymore? But he didn't answer. There was dead silence. Then he cut off just about all communication with me after that. What a difference from the day before. It was as if she may have been standing there listening to him talk to me on the phone, making sure he was through with me. All I can think is that she got jealous and cried at him or something because he took me to the fair, and she probably did her manipulating games, being all sad and devastated or even suicidal again. Maybe even saying to him like a martyr, Roger, you should go back to your wife and family. That's where you really want to be. And so he had to snap out of it. Second thoughts or care, with his second thoughts or care he might have had for us, to reassure her that nothing happened between us that day before, and that I still meant nothing to him. He had to strongly prove it to her once again. I'm only guessing, of course. I hope she chokes on him, literally. Next journal entry, October 9th, 2000, 8:20 a.m. How do I feel? My nights are filled with restless, haunted dreams of Roger and saving my children or myself. They haunt me and are filled with confusing, relentless conflicts and torment. I woke up with a shiver shaking again unrested and anxious and shaking for hours and hours afterwards. And I must try and function like this. How? Sometimes the shaking lasts for days at a time without stopping. Then sometimes, if I'm lucky, my shoulders finally begin to come down. The sadness and heart wrenching torment seeps into the pit of my stomach, and stomach and I carry that around the second half of the day or well into the night until I fall asleep, and then the nightmares again begin. In her, we go round and around and around as the days turn to weeks and then months. With the deepest sadness, I fight the need to give in to the sobbing and tears and let them just swallow me. I keep telling myself I must push it all back. I can't give it into it for the sake of my children, my job, and my purposeful life choices, of course. If it were only me, I'm not sure I would be able to hold on or continue. I must move on one step in front of the other. Sometimes I find a quiet spot to sit and allow my head to be cupped in my hands. Often I journal on anything I can write on, sometimes anything within my reach, just to try and get it out like a tea kettle needing to spit out the steam or else it will blow. They say in time things will get better, but right now I don't believe it. I just can't see that ever happening. It would be like trying to raise the dead or stop a volcano from erupting or stopping a child from being born. I just feel so helpless. Hanging on is all I can do, even if it's just barely by my fingertips at the edge of a cliff, so to speak. After I write my feelings out for a bit, I can regain enough strength to continue for a bit, for a while. So that's what I am living on. From journal page to scrap note to scrap note, as long as I keep writing, I seem to be able to try to go on. I get up from my journal, and then once again I begin the process of putting one foot in front of the other while wishing I could just find one bit of sanity to hold on to that might show me some hope in all this. I wish I could stop obsessing about self and think more about others, which used to be my way at myself all at one time. Selfless time. It seems so long ago that I was whom I knew. I don't know who I am anymore. I am so broken. Where am I? What happened to my life? When, if ever, will I find myself again? He has stolen my soul and feeds it to the wolves daily with indifference. No cure, no care for me, my well being, or my love. They say time heals all wounds. Well, I say time marches on and on and on and on, and I age, but I still see very little healing or relief in sight, and so I wonder if it is even true. I know I need to grab hold of something soon if I'm ever going to be able to survive this. I feel if a single feather more of sadness falls on me, the pile will be too great for me to carry, and I shall surely die. But if I could grab hold of something, anything, if I only knew what, I might be able to free myself from the torture chamber I have been thrown away into. How can Roger be happy doing this to me? How can he think she is worth all this? How can he live with himself for what he is doing to me and our children? He pretends we are fine, even better off than before. He has been quoted as saying, and he says, he has more to offer as a father now that he is having his new life. I don't see it. What happened? What about teaching his children, for example? What are they learning from all this? What about honoring our vows? He can divorce me and marry that harlot, but that will never make her his wife, I feel. He is killing his wife to be with a harlot. I gave him my youth, I bore him his children, I stood beside him as he was growing from his childhood to manhood. I'm still raising his family. I was his only true wife. She is just his drinking buddy and companion. If he gives her a marriage certificate, it is just a legal document, not the marriage God was involved with us, not something vowed and then blessed from heaven. We shared 30 years raising a family for all the to come to such a disrespectful, shameful end, and he is happy about it? Well, then shame on him. Nothing is more important than making an honest effort to make things in life better for everyone. Mistakes are forgiven. Nothing is so important you can't live without for the betterment of others. God gives us so much more to enjoy than we can lose. Take heart and always strive to be hopeful and happy. Behind every cloud is that silver lining and all that. I know this. Why can't I give the reassurance to myself? Why can't I be comforted? Is it in the giving of comforting words that a person is comforted, while the person in pain just humors the person doing the comforting? So why bother? Can we get away from the pain without replacing it with something joyful? Yet everything that used to be joyful to me seems to have no feeling for me anymore at all. Why is that? I feel numb. I guess you have to be ready, and only only God knows when that will be. That's why I seek a hero. Come ride up on your white horse, pick me up into your strong arms, hold me close to your strong shoulders, let me cry, wipe away my tears, and tell me everything is going to be all right. Then let me sleep safe and protected, so not one more thing will I need to handle until I am well and strong again, and I can finally hear the birds sing once more. All I know is to feel the shivery, shaking, desperate for so many days, weeks, and now months. I'm afraid if it doesn't finally stop, it is going to kill me. And I fear it will kill me before my job raising my children is done, or at least till the day they are old enough to stand on their own if I should leave them. God help us. Come on, Mandy. It's time to let it go and let God. Get over it and move on. There are so many more important things waiting for you to think about. Save yourself for these things, for those things like the children, grandchildren, family and friends, my job, my clients, and people. God's will and God's way. There is still so much to do, so much to see and enjoy. This life God has laid down for me sits and wastes this way. Put one foot in front of the other. But begin by stepping lightly, for the noises make me jump. Then use quicker steps as I can tolerate until I am back marching in the life parade. I don't want to keep walking heavy footed, trudging through life on this muddy trail with blinds, which blinds the beauty around me. Shape up, Mandy, make good God proud. You can do it. You know the way. Let go and let God carry the heavy burden of it all. Okay, now go ahead. I know you need to cry a bit more first, so go ahead, do it, and then get up on your feet, 2 feet, and get on with it, okay? This is your inner self speaking, screaming to get out now. Next journal entry, October 16th, 2000. Monday. How do I feel? I feel like my life is on the edge of an important dividing line at a very uncertain position that could go in any direction. My future is as uncertain as is the future of my family. I worry about my youngest children the most, although all have been having their problems. Things used to get a bit complicated, but one thing was always certain: we would get through it together. Those made everything seem so much more bearable. We did so much as a family. You can say we moved mountains with God's help, of course. I always believed we were living our lives to honor God and that He stood beside us at every turn. Now our lives are in constant turmoil with no end in sight. Why is that, Roger? Could it be your sins against your family? Everything has been tarnished with this big failure between us. I'm shocked by your plans to destroy all that we have built together. Not just the house we were building. It's like a bad dream I can't wake from, a nightmare that refuses to end. Can I start over without having to grab onto something or someone else to save me? Can I do it on my own for my kids, if not for myself? Even without the intimacy, I was happy in many ways throughout my marriage. We were living a proud and honorable life together with the kids in so many ways, and watching them all grow was always wonderful, rewarding, fulfilling, at least for me. Maybe Roger humored me, but I wasn't humoring anyone. I loved my life raising this family. At least I did before Roger left us. I did, and began trusting us as unworthy. I was lucky to be able to be a stay at home mom and enjoy my children all those years. I know I was malnourished in receiving a certain part of the love from my husband, and I did hunger for a better intimate relationship with Roger all those years. Roger just could never give himself over. I can't believe things could be different now with that harlot. But you never know. I thought that kind of love and intimacy was just going to be unreachable for me, being married all those years to someone who has such walls up in that department. Now he's gone, and I stand alone wondering someday maybe I can meet someone who will wrap their arms around me and show me that love I missed out on. I don't like feeling so scared and needy like I do. I want to be more in control of my life and my destiny. I was much stronger than this before my accident and Roger leaving me. How can I break loose of this hell I'm in? I'm tired of always being good all the time and then having this to show for it. I wish I could lean excuse me, I wish I could lean on someone for just a little bit, as a friend, even, and that he can guide me and protect me like my high school boyfriend did when we were in high school. It felt so good to have someone make sure I had a lunch ticket every week. Even when we were fighting, he would walk up to me and give me my lunch ticket and make sure I had a lunch each day. Now I don't know how I'm going to keep going and feed my family or myself. It's not fair to bring all my family mess into another relationship, though, I suppose. I couldn't ask it of anyone, but I need someone to talk to so much. I'm pathetic. I guess I'm pretty messed up and unlovable right now. It's time to stop this. Pick yourself up, Mandy. Stand on your own 2 feet. Put one foot in front of the other and make the best of what life has dished out to you. You used to be able to do that. Set a better example for your kids. Is there a possibility of having a decent future for any of us after this? Can I somehow save what's left of the honor in our family that has been trampled on? October 21st, 2000. How do I feel? I started off feeling very low with high anxiety. Then Roger called me here at work because he was at the house with the boys, and even though it was a pleasant call with no ill feelings exchanged after we hung up, I broke down and cried and shivers shook for hours. I guess I just felt powerless over everything. I will never understand how he could turn away from all we meant to each other for so many years, like it meant nothing to him at all. So I put on the Dr. Luke Dyer tapes that my friend, high school, old high school friend, gave me to listen to. So when Roger called again, I was better after listening to the tapes for a bit. That's what I'm doing today, listening to the tapes, hoping they can help me, hoping they might help Roger if he'll take them after me, after I'm done with them. Dare I even give them to him, especially coming from my friend, old high school boyfriend? No, he won't listen to them anyway. He'd probably just put them aside or lose them. Still, later that day, how do I feel? I guess I'm getting a bit too tired. I'm feeling so down again I can barely breathe. Will it ever end? I wonder. I've got to get more fresh air and exercise or something. I've got to get happier and more positive or hopeful. This is making me sicker and sicker, and I've got to let go and let God and start smelling those roses again. Not that Roger ever sent me any in all the 30 years. I did get some before I was married, but not from him. God help me. Please help me to love Roger and forgive him. Please help me to see the good in all this. Find something positive to hang on to. Help me conclude this final chapter in our relationship and move on if that's what I should do. Or help me find some peace in trying to be patient while life follows the course till his return for a better life. He might be able to be more appreciative someday. I'll let Roger get help or be happy even if it means without us. No, just stop dwelling on him, Mandy, and think of other things, good things. Remember how to enjoy life again for the boys' sake. Show them life can still go on without Roger. Roger, please don't kick us anymore. If life is to go on without you, at least leave us with some good feelings about you. Stop being mean and cruel to us. Please stop sticking that harlot up our noses like she's the only thing that matters to you. I've been fighting the sobs back as best I can for days. It almost feels like my premenstrual waves that I used to get just before my period started. It's getting a little light frightening. I wonder if eating more normally lately has anything to do with it, or that maybe I feel guilty when I eat, like Roger may have stopped loving me because of my weight issues, or maybe carbohydrates are just not good for me, and it increases my fear and anxiety and confusion, like sugars, starches, or such. If not for the nutrition I get from the Relive Now drink, vitamin, minerals, and nutrient drink I am taking daily, I don't think I could have lived through this nightmare. I sure felt better when I didn't eat and just drank the vitamin drink morning and night. Now I'm even more tired in between the sobs, choking and crying. What to do? I'm so hurt and lonely in a crowd. Oh, how could I have given my life to that man and trusted him for all those years? What was I thinking? I know I deserve better. What did I marry him for? Why did I think he could be a good husband and father? Why did I settle for such a selfish man? Why didn't I see that he was incapable of giving himself to another in a relationship? He never could express his feelings, but maybe that's because weren't there to express. How can I still love him with after all he has done to us? I wish I could have helped him stop running from the bear and seek God. I wish he didn't just humor me like he said. I wish I could have helped myself right now. God help us, please. I know I'm asking for God to help us my way. I know I want God to get Marcelina out of our lives and send Roger back to us before it is too late for us. I know, I know. It's already too late for us, and I should be grateful. I know I could have done a hell of a lot better had I waited to feel the love of a good, God loving, God fearing man to marry instead of trying to save my dear friend, best friend, and make his life better. What a joke our life has been. Why do I have this selfish old goat so why do I have why do I love these selfish old goats so much? It was so difficult building that love for him. He was such a wasteland at giving love back. But he was my husband, and under God, for better or worse, I was to love him, and it is so hard to allow those wedding vows to break so easily after 30 years together. 30 years that I wanted so much to believe in him, in us. I still do. I know if it is God's will, even this can be healed. Can we get over this mountain too and still be husband and wife? He acts like he hates me now. He does this to prove to her he loves her more, and only her, I'm sure. She needs that. He hates me. He hates me. And I want to hate him and go on with my life because this hurts. Just too much. Too much to bear. I need a distraction from all this, or somehow grow better patience. I don't want to waste another moment feeling like this and unable to enjoy my life. If he's never coming back or going to die, God help us quick. End of chapter 29. Next, we'll be on chapter 30. Unbelievable. Okay. Catch you later. See you later, Gator. Like, follow, do all the things you can possibly do to help me out here. Thank you very much.